What if I told you that one of the most important medical institutions for black veterans in American history was built because the system refused to care for them and then became a model of excellence anyway? I'm Dr. Michael H. Ford, and this is a story you need to hear. In 1923, the Tuskegee Veterans Administration Medical Center opened in Tuskegee, Alabama. It was created to care for black veterans returning from World War I who were being denied treatment across the segregated South. The hospital was built on more than 400 acres, with land donated by Tuskegee Institute. At a time when many hospitals either excluded black patients entirely or confined them to segregated wards, Tuskegee was designed to provide long-term medical care to African American veterans, many suffering from tuberculosis, combat trauma, and what was then called shell shock. But from the start, the fight wasn't just about medicine, it was about power. And let me tell you what really happened. White officials in Alabama pushed to control the hospital and its federal funding. Now, at the same time, black physicians, nurses, and civil rights organizations demanded that black professionals be allowed to lead and staff the institution. That fight eventually reached the White House. And after pressure from the NAACP, the National Medical Association, and leaders at Tuskegee Institute, the federal government committed to hiring black doctors and nurses, despite threats, despite intimidation, and even Ku Klux Klan marches on the campus. By 1924, the hospital was led by Dr. Joseph Henry Ward, the first black hospital director in VA history. It became the only VA hospital in the country staffed entirely by black medical professionals. For decades, Tuskegee served as a center of care, a center of training, and a center of opportunity. At one point, nearly half of all black veterans receiving hospital care nationwide were treated there. It trained generations of black physicians and nurses and cared for members of the Tuskegee Airmen after World War II. Today, the Tuskegee VA Medical Center still operates as part of the Central Alabama Veterans Healthcare System. In 2023, it marked its 100th anniversary. When people hear the word Tuskegee, they often think only of harm. But this story is also about black veterans demanding care and building it themselves. Healing starts with knowing. Follow for more.